And boom, we are live. Do that again. I didn't even know you could do that in Minecraft these days. That's how long it's been for me. Welcome, everyone. Wheelergames here. So I am interviewing Spider Panda, also known as Faye L Photography. How are you doing, Faye?
Thanks. How are you?
I am doing really, really well, actually. I am full of chocolate. I am full of water. So I am ready to go. Faye, you said you've got a challenge for me today, some sort of building
Yeah.
challenge. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Don't
not
crouch
a
when
lot
you
of
say
people.
that. That looks really sly. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I
Well,
do.
not a lot of people know this. Well, only close friends.
Hmm.
But I really like playing Minecraft. I watch a lot of Minecraft. I'm not really creative though. I normally play survival, but this isn't creative.
Okay.
So my challenge today, because I love building modern houses in Minecraft, is put a wall between us and we each build a modern house.
Okay. A modern
And
house.
yeah, a modern house as big as you want. Well, I've done the wall fairly big to be fair, so it'll give you a decent enough space.
Okay. Right, okay.
Right,
No
have
peeking.
fun.
No peeking. Right. Right, guys, I have no idea what the fuck I'm gonna do. I don't know if Faye can hear me on this side of the wall, but I'm gonna I have no fucking clue.
Look up.
Oh, you bitch.
Right, have
Right.
fun.
You too. So, Faye, whilst we're here, where did your journey with photography actually begin? Like, was it always music related, or did you have a previous love in photography?
Well, it started, I don't know what year, but it's 8 years ago, I'd say. Absolutely years ago, whilst I was still in school, actually.
Okay.
When I first started an interest in it, my grandparents and my parents got together and bought me like a little Fujifilm camera. It weren't the best, like, it was all right at like the, what I had. Not made of money, obviously. No one is nowadays, but yeah, it started based through that. Like I just went around taking pictures of like nature and stuff initially. Just if I liked it, I'd take a picture of it, sort of thing.
Okay. Just anything out in? Do you say just anything out
Yeah,
in
just
nature?
literally anything.
And
There
then
weren't anything in particular. There was like this. I remember distinctively that there was this one cherry blossom tree outside my parents' house, and it would just be in blossom one day, and I just took my camera out and just took a picture of it.
I mean, cherry blossom is beautiful.
Yeah.
And then how did that then transfer to like live photography? Was it always live, or did you do like band
Oh,
shoots first and then live,
well,
or?
my first gig with like taking photos was in Nottingham,
Okay.
and I think you guys played it. I'm not sure.
Your first ever.
Like the first ever gig like that I took pictures at was at in Nottingham. I think it was that Fest one that Callum did.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was my first ever time taking pictures of people in bands.
Oh, wow. And so that was what, like 3 or so years ago, maybe?
Yeah, 2021, I think.
Wow. I'm basing this off of a house I once saw down by the river where my parents live.
Ooh.
That's all I'm basing it off. So, what is it that makes you stay as a photographer in particularly the hardcore and beatdown scenes? Like, I never see you like do like other genres. Is there something about these two scenes in particular that keeps you in it?
The music, basically. Like I've always said, like I've been asked to do other shows, but I'm either busy and I can't actually do it, or I do say like it's not for me, sort of thing. It's mainly the music I do it for.
That's fair.
If I go to a show, I want to enjoy it. I want to have fun, not just take photos, yeah, but I want to enjoy it as well. Like I don't want to stand there looking bored because there's nothing worse than because I've seen it before. Like people just go to shows and they're just there, and they just look bored. It's like, why are you here in the first place then? But for me, it's purely the music, and it's mainly beatdown that I go to. Like hardcore, it's all right. Like I like a few hardcore bands, but mainly beatdown, as many people know.
Yeah, yeah. It's
So
it's usually those shows. Whenever I see it, it's like, and here comes the was it the 50 photos in the was it the pit photography folder?
Well, to be fair, I haven't actually done a lot of pit shots recently. It's only
Sacrilege.
at, I know, and considering that's like the best album that I've put out, like, and everyone loves it, but I don't know, I just haven't been doing it, and I don't know why. Maybe because like there's other people doing it or what. I just don't know. I just stopped. I feel like people don't want a camera shoved in their face anymore unless you're actually on the stage sort of thing. So, and then
Yeah.
again, a lot of people don't like the camera shoved in their faces, even though they're like, "Oh, can you take photos of us?" It's like, "Oh, okay, don't look then."
And as you said, you've been only been doing photography for about like 3 years. The quality of your work has shot up significantly in those 3 years. Like there was it? It was one of the ones that you did of us. I think it was a show of Azazel, which was obviously at Percy's, or maybe was it Percy's back then, before it became Billy Bootleggers again. But the photos came through, and I was like, yo, like, what the hell has Faye been taking? This is insane. What do you owe
Um,
that to?
the Canon Speedlight.
Just one piece of equipment, yeah.
I think so. I'm gonna have to go back and actually look at the photos because as you know, I have taken a lot of photos.
You've taken a fair few.
Um, a fair few.
I say, yeah,
Um,
I didn't know if it was like a piece of equipment, like something that you learned to do whilst at the gigs, or yeah, but it was just the sheer change in quality was like significant. You can easily see how much you've improved over the years. Like, and I say over the years, over 3 years.
yeah,
It's brilliant.
I
And
think.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm just looking at some older ones that I took of you guys, and that was, I'm pretty sure, well, that was from the one with final words, that little thing that you do with final words.
that
I
was
was
it. Yep.
just using, yeah, I was just using the standard flash on the camera
Okay.
that comes with it, and then I think the next time I took a picture of you guys, which was the Detriment Gun Down Expressionless Tyrants one
Yep.
at the Angel. That was the day I got my speed light,
Gotcha.
and it's like it was working. Like I had, because obviously it was my first time using it. The batteries decided to die that I had like just before, I think it was like at the start of your set as well. So I took pictures like of everyone else in theirs, but then obviously since then I've carried around a lot more spare batteries with me. So
Yeah.
yeah, I have to say like the quality is better when you've got like to me personally, if you've got an added flash on there and you can direct it, and it
Got it.
also helps with the venue lighting as well.
Gotcha.
That's a
Yeah.
big thing.
And one question you wouldn't have prepared for. When it comes to like venue lighting, I'm guessing, are you a hater of red light? I heard that's the one that people say looks the worst.
I kind of have to get used to it now because final words, they're just like, oh, can we have red lights, red lights, red lights, red lights. So I'm like it don't really bother me to be fair, because like when you're in the editing, like yes, it can look a bit on the camera, but when you're in the editing phase now, I don't really, surprisingly, I don't edit like heavily on my photos.
Okay.
Um, but like you can change like the temperature and the tint of it to make it like to neutralize the lighting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that helps a lot. So
Yeah, definitely. So that first moment when final words, shout out to final words, by the way. Love you, boys.
the boys.
The boys. Yeah, as soon as they go, yeah, red tint only, and you're like, ah,
It's
why?
like, okay, we're doing this again.
Here, oh shit, here we go again.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but they were at the recent Manchester show at Birthday Brawl.
Yeah.
They were the only band to ask for the lights to be changed colour.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, we were the band who was saying, please, for the love of God, do not turn the smoke machine on.
I don't think they had a smoke machine, to be
Oh,
fair,
oh
which is
really?
good.
It was just that humid.
Yes, it was, honestly.
It was
I think it was
horrible.
worse downstairs though.
Oh really? Because yeah,
Yeah.
'cause the thing was with that gig was uh Ben, my drummer, he was undoing his drum stands, and he was like taking the stand out the case, clicking the thing in, passing it to me, and by the time he did that, it was already covered in condensation.
Yeah.
And I was just like handling it like, please no, this is horrible. And then yeah, I could literally feel my hair curling as we were standing there.
I know my hair was like freshly washed,
Me
looking all
too.
nice.
Yeah.
By the end of the night, it's all curly and sweaty, and it's like, eh.
Yeah, please no. It's like, yeah, can you tell I've been to the Beatdown show? Yes, yes, I can. I can smell it on you. I always bring a spare shirt to these shows because like I just know how sweaty I get as a human, anyways. And I packed the shirt that I was wearing on stage into my guitar case. I only remembered yesterday that it was still in the guitar case,
Oh dear.
so I had to unpack it and just instantly I grabbed it. I was like, that's wet.
Oh dear.
It was not good.
I'm surprised there's no like mold on it or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, that was the thing. We walked into that room, you could smell the black mold already. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
this venue's gonna get condemned soon. Poor thing.
It's like, can we just like give a shout out to John Mountford though, who brings an entire wardrobe to every show that he goes to. Every
That
set
is
he's got a
very
different
different shirt
t-shirt.
on. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if that's out of necessity or if that's something he just does anyways. But no,
I
yeah,
don't
absolute
know,
shout
but
out.
it's a good idea.
Oh, 100% it's a good idea, yeah. Have you had any accidents or near misses with the pits we have at these shows? Because they get a little spicy.
Admittedly, they do.
Yeah.
I haven't. I don't think no. I've had people go into me, obviously, but nothing too serious. They tend like pits tend to be like all right. To be fair, like they're normally like oh, just like they don't really go towards people with cameras. If you've not got a
Gotcha.
camera, then like everyone's a target sort of thing. But but no, with a camera, no. Without a camera, yes.
Right, so you've heard it here first, folks. If you don't want to be hit, bring a camera and you will be
Yes.
safe.
Even though then people like record stuff like obviously with their phones and they
Yeah.
get phones knocked out and it's like
Oh, yeah, and yeah, you're like, oh.
so it's like a win lose sort of thing. So
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, because there was one piece of footage that forever and always to this day still makes me cringe, and it was when Steph Evans was filming our set at one of the Fall in the Brawls. And she was filming our set for the Malice music video that we were doing, and there's just this one bit in particular where she's running across the pit to try and get to the front of the stage, and you just see this foot come over and you hear a crunch. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was camera interface. I don't know what it was, but just the first time I saw it, I was like, no. And I actually I remember she came over to us at the side. I was like, are you okay? And she's just like smiling and just like giving a thumbs up. I was like, yeah, that's all right then.
I think like the without a camera because like I put my camera stuff away. Don't know if you saw because I'm not sure where you were during like Bound in Fear's set.
Yeah.
Which was the last set of the night.
Yep.
There was a light on top of that speaker.
Okay.
Someone went into me. I went into the speaker and the light fell on my head.
Ooh, you okay?
And yes. I had a headache for a good few days, but I was fine.
God, there's so
Still
many
haven't had Still haven't had concussion yet, so
yet. And you won't ever do that because you're a powerful person and it will never happen to you.
I hit a few people in the face, but it's fine.
Well, like by accident or just you were like, oh,
on purpose. It was part of the songs, It's what happens. You go to the shows, you expect what to happen.
Exactly, yeah, these things are going to happen. So have you got any advice for other photographers regarding these pits to protect their gear?
Use your strap. I've recently, after this show actually. I went ahead and bought, because I've wanted one for ages, just a hand strap, because
Yep.
I've got the strap that goes around your neck
Gotcha.
and I wrap it around my arm a few times and it's just so in the way. But as long as you've got a strap, I'd say, like, obviously this one's a lot easier now. Like all I've got to do is just slip it on my wrist.
Yeah.
Um, and jobs are good and
Jobs are good. That's all you need.
jobs are good. And so you just need a strap and a good grip, I'd say, just in case, because you just never know. Like
Yeah.
any show that you go to, you just never know.
I'm pretty certain it is someone's job at these shows to stand right next to the pit during the first band with a full pint, maybe two in their hands, just so that when that first band starts, everything just gets spilt all over the floor.
Oh yeah,
It's just, oh,
it wouldn't be a good show otherwise. If there's no glass broken in your set, then what are you doing wrong? That's
you're
like you're doing something wrong.
you're clearly doing something wrong at that rate. You're definitely doing something wrong. But yeah, say it's the amount of times I've seen people like lose gear in pits and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, that fucking sucks. You don't want them to like lose their shit.
Yeah,
Um,
it's not fun.
no, especially as like the stuff you guys are carrying is as expensive, if not more expensive, than some of the stuff the bands are playing. Well, I mean, especially if you see
Yeah,
some of the bands and some of the gear they're carrying.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, some people can get them like second hand, which makes it a lot cheaper, obviously, but I don't know, I feel a bit weird getting stuff second hand. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Why is it second hand? Like, why have you
Yeah,
done this?
it's
What's
like
wrong with it?
it's like was it like buying a second-hand car? It's like great, but why? So you've recently been doing quite a few shows in Europe.
I've done one.
Have you done one? I thought you've done quite a few.
No, I've only been to one, and that was the other week.
With
And
final words,
that,
right?
yeah, that was the Grand and Pound Volume 7. Um,
7.
yes, and it was my first time actually leaving the country
Oh wow. Okay,
as well.
okay, right. So that opens up a new avenue of things for me. So tell me about what was the experience like? Like, did you find any difficulties you weren't expecting regarding the shows, or like getting over
Um,
there and your gear?
no, because like well, obviously we was only going to go if like we could get back, sort of thing,
Yeah.
like straight after. Sort of, we didn't want to stay. Which I know it sounds crazy, like you don't want to stay over or anything. You know, what about sleep? Which is,
Yeah.
what I had little of. So we left and got the train down, like
Okay.
drove and used my car over there. So we went with the final words lads. Um, yeah, it's actually really fun
What
and it's very different, very very different.
in what sense?
Like, put it this way, a lot of the people that I know from like the UK, that would go in a pit didn't go in a pit over there.
Yeah, when we did that as well when we played our European shows. We're like, okay, let's see what's going on then. Because where was Ground and Pound? Was it Germany?
No, this one was in Belgium
Oh
at
God, yeah,
Apache.
yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Yes,
I,
at
yeah,
the motorcycle club.
yeah. I basically I don't know if you're aware of this, but I like my teeth in my mouth. I don't I don't like them everywhere else in three different directions. But yeah, those the Belgians, the Germans, they know what they're doing when it comes to pitting.
They know what they're doing, but they're also very lovely and very kind.
Yes.
It's like what's it called? It's like I don't know. It's like, oh yeah, you're really nice, and then all of a sudden they're like trying to beat you up. Like it's like, hang on, you just said hi to me over there. Now why are you punching my face in?
it's just a
But no,
it's just a thing with
because
them,
of
isn't it?
like, yeah, it was really nice though because since doing like obviously photography and like buying merch and listening to the like music and all that, I've became like, I'd say I've become like quite close with like some of the guys like from Josh from Harlequin.
Yes.
So when we turned up, obviously he was there and he was like, what are you doing here? Sort of thing. I was like, well, I was just like, beat down, innit? Like, so, but yeah, it was like really nice. And then obviously seeing all the bands again, like all that lineup was just. I was really excited to see BMF as well.
Okay.
Um, but unfortunately they had to drop out like at the last second because like
Oh,
someone couldn't get there or something. So
it sucks when that happens. Just like right
I
at the
mean they
last
were
minute.
literally. The thing is as well, like they would just put on the lineup as well,
Right.
like as a last minute sort of thing, and then they just couldn't make it as well. So it was like, oh
Oh.
man. But I'll see them soon. I will see them soon.
So have you found other than that, have you found any other differences between like the EU and UK crowds, or is it literally just the violence?
Violence is up there. I don't know. It's just I don't. I can't explain it. It's just unless you've been there and seen it
Mm-hmm.
for yourself in person. There's one thing watching it on videos like what we've done for ages, but actually going there and experiencing it is something else. It's different,
It
and
really is.
it's like we want to go back again. So
Yeah.
the crowds over here, yes, they're good. Give them, but like unless you've got the right lineup on, like there's a lot of mixed lineups going on,
There is.
which
Yeah.
doesn't really help. Like if you're gonna put a show on, at least put the same genre on, so like you don't get people making like moaning about how people are acting,
Yeah.
you know.